Hello everybody, my name is Ryan, and this is my review of The Great Wall, and all I can say for the beginning is that I hope Ghost in the Shell does it better. I think that The Great Wall is a solidly enjoyable film that for sure knows what it is, and I can respect the hell out of it for that. I think it does a great job of just effectively staying as knowing what it is, being a monster movie that isn't going to go on for too long. It's an hour and 44 minutes, so it's not long at all. It's not Batman v Superman level 2.5 hours. It is just, it doesn't drag on, it knows what it is, and it's over before you get too much time to think about it. And for that sense of it, it's a really fun movie. I think that there is a lot of cool action stuff and a lot of cool art direction. It's a very colorful movie. They use color a lot, which is kind of great because it's not like super grim and everything. Like, it's action and they do stuff with a lot of fun, and because that's the only thing this movie really had me sold on, it worked really well. I think that this movie was ultimately bad, like really bad, but at the same time I enjoyed it because it didn't go on for 2.5 hours. It wasn't trying to be something like poetic and insane, but it sucked. It was fun, and I can say that I enjoyed watching it, and maybe I'd watch it again if I was trying to make fun of something, like watch it again at like a Mystery Science Theater with some friends, making fun of it kind of thing. But no, there's a lot of shit that's bad in this movie. Again, I will say, art direction is fun. The art direction is really fun, it's colorful and everything, and I like that, and some of the action is pretty good, some of it is just boring, whatever, who cares, but and I will say, the acting in this is god-awful. I love Matt Damon. He is a terrific actor. This is not the role for him. He is doing a weird, I'm gonna be heroic man voice throughout the whole thing, and with the dialogue he's given, which already isn't that great, it doesn't totally work. There's a lot of shots in the movie where it's like, look at the cool army they have, which is cool, and look at the crazy monsters there are, which are really cool looking again. Like, again, there's a lot of cool art direction and stuff in this, and everything looks really nice. And then it'll just go to a reaction shot of like Pedro Pascal or the General or Matt Damon's character, and they're not doing anything. Like, there's one shot where it's like, oh, look at all this shit going down, and then it cuts to the General, just very straight face, and I'm like, this is, why are we seeing this? I don't care. It's not adding anything to see this blank reaction shot from the General, so I don't get why we're seeing it. It was, again, bizarre. And there's another time you cut to Pedro Pascal and he's just like, whoa. And he's just kind of holding that open mouth face, slightly open mouth face, for about 4 seconds before it cuts away, and you're just thinking, what the fuck was that? The acting in this movie is awful. It's really bad, and I hate it because there's actually good actors in this movie. Pedro Pascal and Matt Damon are fantastic actors, so is Willem Dafoe. This movie is just shit. The directing is not good, and I can say that because I know how good of actors these people can be, and also I gotta give the writing credit. It's pretty bad too, so it's not totally the director's fault, and it's not totally the actor's fault. It's a lot of fault spread out to a lot of different bad areas. The movie, again, it doesn't drag on, but it's not totally exciting. Again, that's kind of why I wouldn't watch it. Again, the plot is weird. I don't totally believe the characters like Pedro Pascal and Matt Damon. They have a weird relationship where they're sort of friends, but they also sort of hate each other, and they also sort of just, they're going to find this weapon, and they're both, or let's talk about Pedro Pascal. He's very selfish. He's a very selfish character, and there's nothing wrong with that from a character's perspective, but he's very selfish, but he also cares about the black powder, like the weapon in this movie, way more than he cares about like his own life towards the end. There's a line towards the end, which I won't spoil, but the point is, it gets really weird where it's like, the character isn't written very well, and neither is Matt Damon, really. They try and give him an arc, and really, it's not a great arc, because you're just told some things about him, and then you're told some different things about him, and that's really the arc. It's like, hey, here's something. Here's who I am, that I'm telling you, and now I'm going to do something else. That's the arc that he goes through, and it's boring as shit. Who cares? Doesn't matter. There's clearly some much better stuff you can do in this. It feels very much like a foreign action movie, and those can be very fun. Again, I can imagine watching this Mystery Science Theater 3000ing it, and just kind of having some fun, like laughing with friends at this, but this is a bad movie. This is without a doubt a bad movie. It is probably the worst thing I've seen so far. It was not as enjoyable as Triple X, but I also would say it does some things better than Triple X. What do you think? Have you seen this movie? Probably, well, I'm assuming if you've seen this movie, it's been out a week, so you've probably made up your mind about whether or not you want to see it. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to recommend you don't. It's like a 3, maybe 4 out of 10. It's not that fun. Again, it's fun. It's not that good. It's a lot of bad acting. So you can essentially just say, whenever, like, nothing's going on, you can just kind of leave. What I will say is the most enjoyable theater experience I've had in a while, because me and the person I saw it with, only 2 people in the theater. Literally no one else. No one else went to see the thing when we were seeing it. So, you can take your phone out. Just kind of enjoy it. So if you are going to see it, maybe go to a time when you think no one's going to see it. You know, like a Friday night when there's better things to see. So, you can just sit there in the theater and kind of text or whatever. Like, you don't have to waste time watching the movie. And that's what I did. So there's a lot of downtime. And maybe that's why I enjoyed it so much. What do you think? Comment your thoughts down below. If you will see it, if you haven't seen it, what you thought of it, if you did see it. Subscribe for more movie reviews. Give this video a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.